got a feeling, come on, everything's gonna be alright. Oh, got a feeling, everything's gonna be alright. Be alright, be alright, be alright.
Jesus told me everything will be alright. Jesus told me
Everything's gonna be alright. Be alright, be alright, be alright. Got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Got a feeling everything's gonna be
I told you in these past 2 years, in these next 2 years, you got to hit it or quit it. Hit it and get it. Or hit it and quit it. However you want to do it. You got to hit Billy with the hype, as they say down south. That means you need to be serious about your walk with God. That you really live in a time in the next 2 years, you really need to redefine your relationship with God. Not with this church and not with me. Or not with denomination, but with God. Somebody say God.
God.
We have to understand that it's all about who?
God.
And we say that out of convenience, or that's just the church thing to say. Amen. But we got to realize that God brought everybody here for a reason.
That's
and
right.
if you're in this place, you're in a special place, and God using you because God wants to do something in you, so He can do something through you, so He can do something for you. You got to remember that. Y'all got to remember that. Somebody said, in me.
In me.
So that means I got to let God work in me. God needs to change my mouth. He needs to change my attitude. He needs to change my perspective. He needs to change my ways. There's a lot of things about me need to change. I need to get rid of anger. I need to get rid of frustration. I need to get rid of respect of persons. And when we mature, when people do offend us, amen, I thank God for maturity now, because it's not a lot people can do to offend me.
All right.
Because now, Mr. Net, I don't expect a lot from people. People disappoint us when we expect too much from them. Amen. So now, I ain't impressed with nobody, Mr. Mika, and I ain't expecting nothing from nobody. So that way I won't be disappointed. See? So I'm going to believe everybody nutty until you show me you know. Because sometimes our expectations be so high, and that's why we get let down.
All right.
And I found out the average person, especially when I look at fraternity court, you take the fraternity court judge late, and when I look at divorce court, folk crazy. And I found out that I said, if I didn't have a person in my life, I wouldn't really want nobody. We go out to eat dinner, you go your way, I'm going, man, I ain't gonna let my heart get caught up in nobody but Jesus. Because folk is just too unstable. That's right, Janelle. That's one person said, All right. And so somebody was complaining about their husband. I said, well, if he stayed home, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot for a black man to just stay at home. He may be mean. He may be contentious. He may be confused. But if he could just get in and stay at home, T.D. Jakes said, just pat him on the back. Said, babe, I thank you for staying. He may not take no bath, but I'm thanking you him. If that's what you got, that's yours. You just smell him and keep on going. But hopefully we're going to pray that he take a bath. And we come to prayer on Saturday. We're going to say, let her husband take a bath, Lord. Let him get in the tub. Let the shower run stronger. Get some black soap. Get some of that black soap, the big bottle.
Yes, Lord.
Big bottle. You know, don't use any one of them scrub things. Get a face. God is good. He'll show you what to do.
Yes, he will. Yes.
Need to be in God.
Amen.
Your faith need. You don't ever know what your job gonna do. They can let you go next week. It's too uncertain. But God is never uncertain. So in his word, he got a plan. He got a plan. And he got a plan to bless you. And we running behind people trying to get more. We running behind man trying to get it done. And we neglect God and get him seconds and we get him third. God, I get to you when I get to you. Because we out there in the world working, trying to get what God already done for us. See? And we don't understand it. And so, and that's why I said, no, you ain't got to be in church 24/7, but at least 2 days a week. God said, because at the level you honor me, that's what I'm going to put back into you. Amen. So if your stuff's short, that means your relationship's short with God. That's all it means. So you getting about as much out of God as you putting into him.
Jesus.
And then we frustrated because I'm 38 and I should have been here and here I am here. But God said, I gave you a plan to follow, and if you follow the plan, it'll put you here. But we out drinking.
Jesus.
Because drinking soothes it for a minute, but when the buzz wear off, the problem's still out. But in God, there's a greater chance of him moving your situation forward because promotion comes from God. Yeah. Promotion comes from God.
Yes.
Do we get that? No, but we constantly running behind man thinking he got something for us. Somebody say it with me. Come on. Promotion comes from God. What is it that we miss about that? Promotion comes from God.
Yes.
So, first 2 weeks, not last week. Last week we was in Deuteronomy. First 2 weeks before that, we was trying to show you how God want to help you out. So we're going to go back. I'm going to let you read a couple of scriptures. Isaiah 61, 5 and 6, right quick. We're going to show you how God is trying to move us, help us through some dilemmas. How many know God is on your side? That's the only person you got. How many of you believe that? Raise your hand. You believe God is the only person you got? Raise your hand. So God is the only person I got. Some people didn't raise their hand, so they don't believe that. And I can accept that. Because most people that don't believe God is, our behavior do reflect the fact. So it's obvious. Our fruit show where we are with God. Nobody judging nobody. Nobody judging, no, we don't judge because we really abuse that word. I don't want to judge nobody.
Yes, we do.
The Bible said, you know them by your fruit. If you're an alcoholic, you're an alcoholic. I'm not judging you. That's you judging yourself by being drunk. Amen? Okay, so, listen. What is that?
61, 5 and 6.
Yes.
And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks.
See, that what it said. So God says strangers. Somebody says strangers.
Strangers.
What is your flock? Those are your access. The things that you got access to. Your resources. I'm going to put it like that. Your resources. Your resources can be very limited. But God, when you living for God and doing things God's way, God says strangers going to feed your resources. Somebody that you don't know. God said, I'm going to let somebody, when you serve God, he said, I'm going to let somebody you don't know come and feed into yourself. How many of y'all have been blessed by somebody you did not know?
All right. Amen.
Somebody just walked up and your car got stranded. Somebody walked up and said, I'm going to help you.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. God let a stranger feed into your resources.
Yes.
What is that?
And strangers shall stand and feed your flock, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
So God really want to bless us. So, and you see that now, it said the sons, Janelle, of the aliens. That means folk that don't believe belong in your space. See, the sons of the alien gonna do what?
Shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
So use the plowman for the company you work for. But God said, I'm gonna send somebody to be your plowman.
Come on.
See, but our mentality is so low. Because we just accept what the society said instead of believing this. So we depressed because we don't want to come and discipline our body to sit up on the word.
Jesus.
We think it's better for us to run it behind the man, and God said, but promotion comes from me.
Yes.
And then we 42 still running at a dream that we've been chasing since we was 21 because we're chasing after the wrong person.
Jesus.
Ain't nobody saying that.
My God.
So that's why your prayers, you praying and believe in God for something that ain't happening. And Proverbs said, deferred hope make your heart sick. That's the stuff you've been believing for. It ain't happened yet. So you got to understand, God involved in your life, you ought to be involved in His.
Yes, sir.
God involved in your business. He chasing you every day. And we ain't thinking about Him until we need Him.
Come on, sir.
And so I said, we use God like you Burger King at the drive-thru. May I take your order, please? No. That's why we use God. So God, I come around when I need you the most. Wait till I get in the most trouble, then I come around. And I say, if you came to listen at what I got to say on a regular, then God don't have to let you get in trouble.
Jesus.
He said, I had to humble you. I put you in this mess. I let you hunger. See, y'all didn't know. Y'all just thought it was the devil, right? Because he said, when I let you go hungry, Miss Slaughter, he said, I chasten you. When you discipline your children, what you think God going to do? You his child, right? You said, I'm a child of God. Somebody told me, they call me everything but a child of God, which means they said, instead of calling you old so-and-so, you think they were just going to say, you old child of God? No. They call me everything but a child of God. What does it say?
Therefore you shall keep the commandments of the Lord your God to walk in His ways and to fear Him.
His ways and fear Him. Him. But we run after the word. Come on, say.
For the Lord your God brings you into a good land, a land of brooks, of water, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills.
Somebody say transfer.
Transfer.
All right, come on now. We setting this thing up. Somebody say transfer.
Transfer.
What do you say?
A land of wheat and barley and vines and fig trees and
Somebody say, give me
pomegranates.
some of my wheat, barley, pomegranate. Say, I want it. Somebody say, I want it.
I want it.
Come on, what do you say?
A land of olive oil and honey.
Yeah.
A land wherein you shall eat bread without scarceness. You shall not lack anything in it.
Some of y'all know y'all eat bread without scarcity. What that mean? Y'all went to the, that's plenty. Y'all went to the one boy said, they ain't had nothing. He went to the refrigerator, they ain't had nothing but some eggs and all. Who know what the R is? What y'all got? Eggs and It wasn't nothing else in there. Just eggs and Amen. A wish sandwich. Y'all heard folks say that. He said, but I'm gonna transfer you. Somebody said transfer.
Transfer.
This is a message that you ought to be encouraged in today. Because God said, I'm getting ready to transfer.